40 major crises where there has been displacement of people. And then we compare the size of the crisis and the people displaced with how much funding there is for international assistance, how much attention there is of the crisis in international media, and how much world diplomats and politicians try to help end the crisis. And then we find that in Cameroon, for example, it's really neglect all along. It's underfunded. There is very little international media attention, and there is no serious effort to end these tremendous crises, these tremendous conflicts.
Can you tell us a bit about the Anglophone crisis and why you think it is most neglected?
Well, it's really mind-boggling that it is so neglected, so forgotten, so ignored. I was there last year and I was shocked to my bones by seeing the suffering of the civilian population. There is a crossfire between a government army and rebel forces. One village after the other has been razed to the ground. Tens of thousands of people are living in the bush. They don't even dare to come out because they're afraid. They're afraid of the government, the security forces. They are not allowed to send their children to school by the rebels. I find the lack of attention and that they're so forgotten really without excuse.
And can I ask you what people said to you when you were there and what they continue saying to you now? Because we know that there have also been arrests of journalists, of politicians, of people who speak out about the crisis.
Well, the population is desperate. The population is exhausted. The population is really scared. And they are looking at a sort of a deepening crisis. This is a very fertile area. This is an area that is resource rich. This should be able to an area that where people should not be able to feed themselves. They should be exporting their articles all over the region. And now, of course, it's destitution all along. So I'm a humanitarian worker. I don't go into the political conflict here, but I would say that the population have felt marginalized, discriminated for a very long time, and now it's really men with guns on both sides.
Do you think all the neglect that you talk about is because for some reason Cameroon is seen to be a nation that shouldn't be spoken about by other international partners? Maybe because of business interests, they have something to gain by maintaining the status quo, or they have business interests that are stopping, particularly now if we're looking to the West, not even just in the region.
Well, I mean, I think the colonial powers here that have been involved, which are France, Germany, and Great Britain, are all sort of cautious to be involved, which I think is wrong. I mean, they should have a joint initiative on behalf of the civilian population, not being afraid of offending this or that politician. The US and Switzerland, there's been a few countries that have tried to see to it that there is dialogue, but it has gone nowhere.
Jan Egeland, Secretary General of the Norwegian Refugee Council. Now, it's been